now it's a podcast. And you know what that means.
What does that mean?
Roll the intro. Hello, my name's Zach.
And my name is Nick.
And this is She Killed the Podcast 50 subscriber special.
Yeah, it is.
Embarrassing stories. Dear Bud. I know what you're thinking. Why don't they sound normal?
Yeah.
That's because we're sizing each other up right now.
You know me.
Oh, I know you. I know you. And the way this works, the reason we're sizing each other up. Yeah, don't look at me like, don't look at me. Don't look at me. Look away. Look away! Is because we both have really embarrassing stories written about each other. I can't do it anymore. On our phones. And we're going to tell each other. We're going to tell some really embarrassing stories about one another. All right, back to sizing each other up. So as always, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking an IPA.
You think you know me? You don't know nothing. You got nothing, boy. You don't know shit.
What are you sipping on?
Scofflaw hard seltzer.
I hear that's pretty good.
It's pretty tasty. But before we continue, thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much. You guys are awesome.
50 subs. That's great, man.
You guys are putting up with us, and that's great.
Yeah, and you know, I wouldn't put up with us.
Yeah.
And I live with myself. And I barely put up with me. So thank you guys. Seriously, we do mean it. This has been a lot of fun for us. We're happy you guys are enjoying 50 subs. We'll eventually get to 100, and we'll do some other fun special that you'll love to hear.
Yeah.
And we'll incriminate ourselves even more.
Even more.
Even more. Now, back to sizing each other up. So it's so hard to do. How are we gonna settle this? Who goes first?
Rock,
paper,
scissors,
and we go on shoot because we're not animals.
We're not heathens.
Yeah, dogs go on rock, paper, scissors, and then show. We're not. So it separates me and you from the dogs.
We're the real boys.
We go on shoot. You ready? Winner gets to go first. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Son of a bitch.
Yes.
Yep, you get to go first. Why am I? You always choose rock, and for some reason, I always choose paper. I mean, scissors. Every time.
You activated my trap card.
You've activated my trap card. Sweet Jesus. All right. Go ahead. Yep, go ahead with your bad self and your story.
All right, so I'm going to test the waters.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to dip the toe in.
Little dippy dip of the toe.
Dippy dip of the toe.
All right.
So in the past, Zach has had some alter egos.
Okay.
One of his alter egos was Zachy Terror.
I'm going to stop you right there. We don't have to do this.
Wearing an Emo's Not Dead t-shirt.
Congratulations. You played yourself. Damn it. Yeah.
So
right.
I'm not going to go in depth. Zach had this scene phase. He looked like Craig Owens. He had the wristbands and everything. He had like the vampire necklace. But the best alter ego was Mac Shreds.
Oh, God. All right. Talk about Mac Shreds.
Mac Shreds.
Shreds.
Great guy. Phenomenal human being. Just life of the party, a go-getter, a yes man. He just...
A drunk. So, Zach
was taking a vacation, and good old Florida man cometh.
The Florida man cometh. Hey, sick callback.
Yeah.
Go watch that video, guys. It's up. It's great. Anyway, continue.
So it's like 10 o'clock at night. I'm hanging out with one of our other friends, and I get a call. And Zach's that friend that when you get a call, you know you need to answer because something's going down.
Oh, yeah.
So we answer, and we're like, hey, man, how's it going? And he goes, hey, it's Mac! And we're like,
Jesus.
We're like, yeah, Zach. And he's like, no, it's Mac. You're like, oh, okay, man, how's it going? He's like, I'm sitting on a pier. I want to go swimming. And we're like, you shouldn't do that. It's dark outside. It's not safe. And Mac, being the reasonable man he is, was like, okay. And so we're like, yeah, man, there's a lot of sharks. Like, you wouldn't be able to see him. And he's like, I'll fight a shark if you want me to. I'll do it.
God.
And we're like, Mac, don't worry about that. He's like, I'm Mac. Like, yes, Zach. No, Mac.
So true.
So some time passes before we hear from the good old Mac Shreds again. And we're
Max Shred took a vacation.
a much needed vacation.
Yeah.
So we're having a party. There's a group of friends over, and Zach decides that he needs to go take a shower. So we're like, have at it, go for it. So but I think it was like an hour passes, and we're kind of worried
Yep.
because we're like, no one should be showering for.
Is this the one you have a video of that I've seen?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Continue.
So reasonable men barge in on their friend in the bathroom.
Yep.
After they've been in there for an hour doing God knows what. So we barge into the bathroom, and Zach's sitting there in the tub, shower going. We walk in, and he goes, I'm washing my balls.
God!
And so we just bust out laughing. We're filming everything. How could we not? Like, reasonable men busting on their friends, doing God knows what in the bathroom for an hour, already recording. Anyway. So we walk in, we're laughing, and all of a sudden he just jumps up and goes, I'm Mac at it again. And we're like, all right, the boys are back in town. So yeah, that's the Mac Ledward. He appears. He's not the hero we asked for, but he's the hero we deserve.
The problem is I've seen the video and it's bad. I was most people, like the saying go, I'm 3 sheets to the wind. Not me. I'm about 9,000 sheets to the wind. Like I was done. I was so drunk.
Yeah, what happened to Mac? If you don't mind me asking, I don't want you to incriminate yourself, but
Max, he's around. He doesn't come out that often because, I'm a busy guy. I only drink on weekends with you, and we don't get like plastered when we make these.
Yeah.
The last time Mac came out, I'll give you this one. I'll tell it. Last time Matt came out was when I was living in the college town I lived in, and we went down to the little strip that has like a bunch of bars, and everyone who I was with learned when Mac comes out, and it's very simple. Most people get drunk, and it's like, if I'm doing this, you need to take me home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like if I'm starting drama, or I'm picking fights, or like I'm puking, it's like, take me home. Nope, not me. Not good old Mac. Mac Shreds decides to come out. And this is how you know I have officially crossed into the plane of my alter ego. I am buying shots for frat boys and dancing with them in the middle of a crowded bar. Like, I'm in the middle of a bar trying to two-step with frat boys.
Dude, Mac's such a good guy.
I hate him. He's not good for my wallet. I've had to tell people, if we go out and I start buying shots for random people, take me home. Why? I'm drunk. I've blacked out. I don't know where I am. Take me home immediately. Yeah. All right. Are you happy about that? You proud of that one? You proud of that one?
I'm proud of that one. I love Mac.
So
I guess it's your turn.
it sure is my turn, Nick.
It's so good and tasty.
So there's some juicy juice.
Oh no.
So you started pretty tame. So I'll start tame. I think this is tame at least.
Okay.
You might disagree. So when Nick and I were 18, let me start about 2 years prior to that. 2 years prior to that, Nick and I made a pact.
Oh God.
Yeah, you know where I'm going now, don't you, punk?
I do.
We made a pact that stated when Nick lost his virginity, I would pick him up same day and take him on a romantic date to Golden Corral. If you don't know what Golden Corral is, it's a really nasty buffet. But Nick and I loved it.
Yeah.
So I decided that's where I'd take him on a date. And we made a pact. So fast forward 2 years. About 7 o'clock one night,
Oh no.
I'm just hanging out at my house. I'm watching TV. My phone goes off, and it's Nick. And it says, Zach, period. I just lost my virginity. So, I spring into action.
Oh, God.
I texted Nick back immediately with, great, period, kick her out. I'm coming over. And Nick did it. Straight up kicked your girlfriend out of your house. We were like, all right, bye. And right before she left, she told Nick, don't tell anyone about this. That didn't last long at all, because he told me before she said it, so it doesn't count. It just doesn't count.
I guess you're
Yeah, it doesn't
right.
count. It's fine. You didn't break any rules.
God.
So, I show up, blasting We Are the Champions. Windows down, into his driveway. He's like, oh, Zach's, oh, shit. He gets in the car, and we peel out, and we head towards Golden Corral. He has not made the realization of what's happening yet.
No.
When you're like 18 and stuff, like your friends or your guy friends are normally like grubby a little bit, like, oh, ooh, tell me what happened. And most of the time you're like, dude, come on, like, I'm not gonna tell you. They're like, all right, you'll tell me eventually. Not me. I'm like, Nick, tell me what happened. And he's like, no, man, like it was a moment between me and her. I said, yeah, okay, that's cute. So, what position did you guys start in? What'd you end in? Did you use a condom? How was it? Did you like it? Like, I'm just asking the dirtiest of details. And Nick finally complies, because I'm a horrible influence, and says, all right, I'll tell you. So we're driving, and he goes, where are we going? And I went, you'll see. We pulled up to Golden Corral.
Yeah.
And the realization hit that the pact was happening. He finally realized what's going on. He was like, oh my, you really taking me to Golden Corral? I didn't say a word. I hopped out of the car. Walked to the other side, opened the door. For him, by the way. Shut it for him. And he tried to walk ahead of me. And I walked up and I linked arms with him. And I'm like, come on, baby. I'm taking you to dinner.
Oh, God.
We got in the Golden Corral. He's beat red and annoyed. And I'm just happy as can be. I'm like, table for two, please. They're like, yeah, definitely. Look at this cute little couple. We get to our table and I bought him fried chickies.
Fried chickies.
Bought him fried chickies.
Oh, no.
And as we're sitting there eating, I said, I'll be right back. I have something for you. I know what you're thinking. Well, I know what he was thinking. How can this get any worse? Well, I came back with 2 little bowls of ice cream. They have a little self-serve there. I made 2 little bowls of ice cream with sprinkles and gummy bears in them. And I gave one to Nick, and I sat down, and I said, you earned it, buddy. Sprinkles are for winners.
I raised a good boy.
Yeah, I raised a good boy. We ate our ice cream, and we left. And then he proceeded on the way back to tell his girlfriend, like, all right, I told Zach. She was surprisingly cool with it.
Yeah, she was like completely fine with it.
She was like, it's fine, it's Zach, it's not a big deal. And then,
If it would have been anybody else.
oh yeah, if it had been, that's what I was about to say, like, and then it's like, if it would have been anybody else, dude, like, you'd have been single immediately.
Yeah.
My favorite part about all that is, like, you guys just acted like no one knew. And you guys were so bad at hiding it. Where it's like, we'd all be, like, hanging out. And it's like, first of all, they were a lot more cuddly after the coitus had happened.
Oh, no.
And then, they would just start disappearing at events. And people are like, where do you think they're having sex? And I'm like, probably. They're like, really? I'm like, yeah, they just keep disappearing. Like, do you know anything? I'm like, I don't know anything. I'm just assuming. That's what most couples do. So there you have it.
No.
How do you feel? How do you feel about this so far?
I feel like my face is beat red.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't know. I'm colorblind. If I can slip a colorblind joke into a podcast, I will. Everyone needs to know. So, you got your next story? Go ahead. Lead the way.
I like to call this one. You're not ready for this.
I don't. I'm really nervous. Just,
you should.
I feel like you're gonna say the title, and I'm immediately gonna go into panic mode.
All right, so
Okay.
since we're on the subject of girlfriends at the time,
Okay.
I know a million stories just popped in your head, and that's okay.
I'm terrified. I'm like shitting bricks over here. Get to it.
I'm gonna call her Chelsea Grin.
Okay. There's
a specific story
okay.
that I'm about to tell, right?
All right.
So one night, I can't remember. I think it was your graduation party?
Oh no, Nick. You look so good today. Nick, I love what you're wearing.
Oh, thank you.
Dude, I love you look so good. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do this, man. I didn't mean it. The Golden Cross story is a lie. Ah, please don't do this to me.
Yeah, so this story is not.
Oh, please don't do this to me.
So we were all hanging out.
Son of a bitch.
Garage. I'm sorry, it has to happen.
Okay.
So we're hanging out in his garage, and all of a sudden, like everyone's eating, and like him and his girlfriend are getting like nice and cuddly. They're getting cuddly, and we're like, oh, they're so cute together. And then the girlfriend's mom walks in, and she just goes on. She's like, Chelsea Green, did I ever tell you how cute your boyfriend is? And we're like, I mean, all of us were like, yeah, Zach's an attractive dude. Like, that's nice that she would
That
bring
doesn't
that
make
up.
this any less embarrassing.
But she just kept going on and on. She was like, "You just look at his hair, look at that physique, look at all that." And so it turned into something really weird for all of us witnessing it. And what made it even better was that Zach was literally sitting in the middle of them. Like, Zach's sitting down, and his girlfriend at the time, Chelsea Grant, decides to stand up, and his mom stand up, and they just start fighting over him. They fight over him, and she's like, "Mom, I told you to stop hitting on my boyfriend." He's like, "I'm just saying he's cute and stuff." You remember that, Zach? Yeah.
I also really hate that they had Southern accents.
Yeah, they really did. They're just like, this is embarrassing because Zach was just like, "Please stop. Please stop." And they just kept going, "Mom, you always do this. Whenever I have a boyfriend, you always try and weasel your way in." Your face.
I hate this.
And this didn't go on for like just a few minutes. It like almost hit an hour, to the point where like people are just like, "Yeah, we're just gonna leave." So yeah.
I hate that.
You remember that? I remember it.
Oh, I remember it.
It was like I was eating like little popcorns, just like, where's this go? None of us we could have all helped you. No.
No, y'all just kind of watched.
Yeah.
You're all just like, that sucks for him.
It's like watching a train wreck happen.
Yeah.
Just munch.
Yeah, you know, like people say, like you can't look away from a train wreck. I understand that reference and I get it. But like, you know what's worse than not being able to look away from a train wreck? Fucking being in one. Because I was in one. That was it. That was the.
Zach!
God,
What are you doing?
I loathe that story. And I think the reason I'm so embarrassed by it is because most people would assume, oh, that's when you break up with her.
Yeah. No.
Nope, I waited like another 4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The red flags were there, Zach. Maybe we're too nice of guys.
I'm not smart, man. Because that sucked. That. God, wow. Yeah,
Yeah, that image is burned into my head. Because
All
I remember
the-
our friend Lauren was just like sitting there, like crouched down, and she was just like eating like a gremlin. She was eating like a piece of chicken.
watching
She was
it.
like,
Watching it. Super stoked on it. It also didn't help that I had been drinking. I was like tipsy for the whole event. And I'm just sitting like somewhat intoxicated, just like, are you guys gonna like stop?
they didn't stop.
Yeah,
They eventually, I think it was the mom.
they just like went to bed. They just stopped talking randomly. There's like this awkward pause in the middle of their argument, and then they're just like, "Well, I'm going to bed." Okay, love you too. They're just going to bed. And I was like, "What the fuck just happened? What the fuck was that?"
Hey, you
All
could
right.
say you had two women fight over you in front of your friends.
Yeah, it'd be different if they were like attractive women. Yeah.
Chelsea Grant.
Chelsea Green. All right, fucker. Yeah, you want to blow up my spot like that? You want to blow up my spot like that? Get ready.
What you got, punk?
I'm gonna say one little part of this story, and you're gonna immediately realize what I'm gonna talk about.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I think you know me.
Oh, I do know you, punk.
Play for keeps.
Oh, here's a keeper. Nick one time had a girl break up with him
Oh.
over Tumblr
Oh God.
because she moved to Rhode Island to join a sex cult. Let's start in the beginning, shall we?
She said it was a commune.
Yeah, I'll talk about that here in a second for you. Don't you worry, buddy. So, Nick was sad and single. And I was trying to be like the good homie that I am, and I met this chick through a mutual friend who's really cool. She was really cool in the beginning, dude.
Yeah, she was.
She was super sweet. She was super nice. She played video games. Like, she was into the same crap we all were. And I was like, this is awesome. So I introduced her and Nick, and they were swoon. It was super cute. It was kind of cute in the beginning.
Yeah.
And probably about a month in, we got a big red flag. Here's how we got that red flag. Nick and I are just hanging out, minding our own business. She's over. I think we were recording, actually. I think we were working on music, and she came over one day.
Yeah.
And she just goes, hey guys, I have a question. And we're like, yeah, what's up? Shoot. She'd be cool up to this point. She just goes, do you guys watch bondage porn? And I just went, your boyfriend's like, I didn't say your boyfriend's right here. And I was just like, I didn't know how to react. So I was just like, nope. Just went, nope. And it's like, that's Nick's girlfriend. I'm not going to be that weird dude who's like trying to hit on his his guy's girlfriend. That's freaking weird. And she goes, oh, well, check this out. I made this the other day for Nick. And she shows it to both of us.
That was the first time I saw it.
Yeah, it was a self-made video of herself
Oh God.
hog-tied with pink ropes, like on this weird contraption, just having sex with herself. It was a 30-second porno of herself. Yeah. And so I went, well, that sucked. I gotta go. And I left them to it. And I was like, I'll let them argue about that. I don't think you guys argued. I don't want to know. Never mind. I don't want to know what happened. I don't need to know.
You
Anyway.
ever seen a man in shock or a man die on the inside?
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah, I own a mirror. I've seen a man die on the inside. I own a mirror. I got it. Don't worry. So, it's about a month later. It was December. Next month was December. It's Christmas. It's supposed to be a fun time. Christmas is a good time.
Yeah, normally.
And so, like, we're all doing our little gift exchange, and I realized that I'm just going to call her Crunk.
Okay.
For a very specific reason. So Crunk did not give Nick a Christmas gift. And I just kind of ignored it. I'm like, oh, they're probably doing, like, their own little private Christmas or whatever. I come to find out, like, a day later, Nick goes, so Crunk got me a really weird Christmas gift. And I went, what is it? She got him a full-blown, like, movie poster-sized poster of herself naked, spread eagle on the floor, and gave it to Nick and was like, yeah, you should hang this in your room while he lives with his parents. Amazing. Amazing gift.
Oh, it's so weird.
I didn't see it. I'm happy I didn't see it, because trust me, that 30 seconds I already saw, I saw more of her than I've ever wanted to see of anybody. It's easy as that. So,
Oh, no.
about another 2 months goes by, and nothing really weird happened, but I just stopped asking questions. Oh, nope, never mind. One weird thing did happen. Nick called me one day, and he's like, yo, we need to meet up and talk. I'm like, okay, so we met at the old Sonic. We're sitting at Sonic, and he goes, yo, Crunk did this really weird thing the other day during sex. And I'm like,
Oh, no.
what'd she do? And he was like, so during sex, she just stopped and was like, hey, are you into blood play? And Nick went, I don't know what that is. And she goes, oh, so like, weren't y'all like at her house and she like pulled out a utensil?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. They were at her house, and she was like, oh, So, and she just pulls a knife out and hands it to. She's like, "Would you like cut me a little bit?"
I was like, no.
No.
No. We made so I made this very clear after that video. I was like, I'm not into this. I'm not into this. And these little blips kept popping up.
A lot of red flags there, bud. A lot of red flags there. That was scary. So then, a month later, Nick goes, so we're on month 4 now. I mean, this is just over 4 months. And it was like one thing a month got really weird.
Yeah.
Nick goes, dude, I haven't talked to Crunk in a few days. And I'm like, what do you mean? I don't know. She hasn't replied to my messages or phone calls or anything. Like, her phone's ringing, but she's like not answering. And I was like, honestly, buddy, it's probably for the best.
It was.
I was like, she might be ghosting you, but I was like, but if you're worried, I get it. And he was like, yeah, it's weird. And I was like, okay. And then, like, the next day after telling me this, Nick gets a message on Tumblr, no less, from Crunk. Nick, I think you're a really sweet guy, but I just moved to Rhode Island. I met a guy over Tumblr that I'm in love with, and we're joining a sex cult.
She said commune.
Yeah, really? She said commune. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me make this really fucking easy for you. Let me give you a little digestible bite size for you real quick. Jim Jones had a commune.
Oh, God.
And he made a bunch of people drink poison Kool-Aid. Heaven's Gate was a commune.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. That commune was a cult.
Oh.
And then the creme de la creme of it all. It's about 3 years ago. Nick ran into her at the old weed convention here in Georgia, MomoCon.
Yeah.
He ran into her. And you want to explain how that went?
Yeah, I guess it was weird because so I was the dude that went to MomoCon in like a pretty nice dress shirt and some like black skinnies and some nice shoes. So I was trying to make connections.
Weeb.
Yeah, I was trying to make weeb.
Thank God it's called embarrassing stories because it's pretty
I'm sorry.
embarrassing.
I think the fact that I went to MomoCon is embarrassing in itself.
Yeah, the fact that you went to MomoCon to make connections makes it even fucking funnier.
Yeah. So I was looking at some Legend of Zelda stuff, and all of a sudden this person like steps like in my line of view, and so like I looked and I was like, wait, I know this person.
Yeah.
So I did that whole thing where you like stretch your neck out, and I just like hard stared at this person, which isn't, you shouldn't do this to people, but I did it because I'm me.
Because I'm awkward.
Yeah, so I just like started staring, and then they like make eye contact, and we're staring at each other, and then all of a sudden I hear, "Oh my God, is that Nick?" And I was like, "Oh God, I know who this is." And so we were having a conversation, and she was like, "I can't believe you would be at a convention like this. What are you doing here?" And I was like, "I'm a weeb." Yeah, so talked it out, and then she like skipped away to like her boyfriend.
Who we described as looking like a Charles Manson cult member.
Yeah, pretty much. Like big greasy hair, big long greasy
Dirty
beard.
He probably had like the bottom of his feet were definitely brown.
Yeah.
Like he didn't wear shoes. We all know it.
Yeah, throughout the entire convention, like she was like cosplaying, and she ran with one of our friends from high school. She was hanging out with her, and so like I would like keep seeing her throughout the convention, and like she would pass me and just be like hard glare at me, and then just like turn and walk away. I was like, that's weird. And so I talked to our friend a little bit after, because it was really funny. We ended up not knowing, but our friend from high school, like we actually like were at the same hotel, and our cars were parked right next to each other.
Stop.
Yeah, not Crunk, but like
Okay.
our friend.
Okay.
And so I was like, yeah. So what did you do? She was like, that girl is messed up in the head. I was like, yeah, I used to date her. She was like, why would you ever do that to yourself? She is messed up, Nick.
So I'm just assuming that the Rhode Island sex cult just didn't go well.
They had
I guess no one there was into bondage and blood play. Which is weird, because I feel like most cults are into blood play.
Yeah.
Of any kind.
Of any kind.
So that's a little weird.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome. You are so welcome.
I've got goosebumps the size of pimples.
I love that story so much. All right, well, here it is. The final one.
The final one.
We decided to agree on one story in the end that we were both a part of. That's pretty embarrassing, and we've never talked about it. Even after the event, we didn't even talk about it.
It was like Fight Club.
It was until now.
No. Do you want me to dive into it?
I'll dive in it. I'll start it, and you finish it. So, God,
So
it's
stupid.
so bad. It's so bad. So. Tell me how to start. All right, in an undisclosed location, I'm not gonna reveal where we were at for this event. Me, Nick, JC, Nathan, who you've heard about,
Yeah.
two other people who we're not gonna name for their safety because we still know them. Nathan and JC don't have any shame, so it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So. I'm sure. I think a lot of people have probably heard of the Pain Olympics. Don't Google it. Just don't Google it.
Do not.
It's not real, but it looks very real and it's very disturbing. It's pretty much dudes just mutilating their junk. That's what it is. So at a undisclosed location, a few drinks later, we are all watching the Pain Olympics laughing really hard because it is fake and it's funny because it looks really fake. Once you find out it's fake and you start looking, it's like, blood's not that pinkish color. It's literally that easy. And so we decided, well, that's fake.
Let's do something
that's real. As well as after about 30,000 episodes of Jackass later, we were like, this will be funny. So we made up a game called Target Practice. Or what you do is you get in a pair. God! You get in a pair of gym shorts.
Yep.
And you draw a target on your junk.
Yep.
And you go different ways. You start with like modes, and everyone sits
in a circle
with their legs spread feet
eagle,
touching. And the goal is to lob something at your friend's balls and see if you can get them out.
Yeah.
And we had levels to this shit.
Yeah, there's
level 1 was like a ping pong ball.
Yeah.
Level 2 was like a rubber duck. Level 3 was like a tennis ball. Level 4 was a remote. Level 5 was a dog bone. A big dog bone. And level 6 was a glass egg that you...
It progressed further than the glass egg.
Yeah, it did. We're not going to talk about how far it progressed.
I am.
Oh, fuck.
I'm going to make this incredible. We would roll medicine balls.
Hard. Really hard.
Really hard.
And when you start these levels... With the ping pong ball, the tennis ball, and like the rubber duck, you have to very gently lob it. Like you can't peg.
Yeah.
You throw it. It's gotta be up in the air and land on somebody. And it got brutal.
Yeah.
And it got real scary. I mean, it got real scary. Because your fear was if you get hit and you choose to stay in, you now know that you're a weak target. And the other problem is, when you get to the final levels where it's like 2 people, you get afraid to hit somebody because it's like, if I hit this person and they stay in, they are going to ruin me.
Yeah. It progressed to the point where we even started having teams.
Yeah. Hey, our team killed it.
Yeah.
Me and you crushed it.
Dude.
We're champions of this.
I don't think any of us were actually champions, but
yeah, I can't have kids.
Yeah.
I don't want them, but I definitely can't have them now.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh no.
The worst part is having like 4 to 5 men just willing to do this.
Yep.
And then after, you just like pats on the back all around, like no hard feelings.
Yeah. That was the same night that because we did this more than once. That's the worst.
That's the worst part.
It was like you think you learn your lesson the first time. No, we're idiots.
Yeah.
My favorite night, aside from the team night, because me and you, I'll talk about the team night, and then if you want to talk about my glorious win against Nathan, because that was funny. Unless you want to talk about team night, I'll talk about the win against Nathan. It's up to you.
I'll talk about team night.
All right, go for
because you'll probably know more.
Oh, I'll know more about the win against Nathan. I was there.
Yeah. So
were you.
So team night, we would split into teams of 2, and you know, we didn't really care about like if we sat across from each other or anything. It was more about like you would like look at your teammate and you would be like, you'd point to who you want to go for, and like you could, like each teammate could go for the same person, right? And so it got to the point where like we're all sitting there, junk on the floor, and just like none of us like closed our eyes. Like if we were the target, you just kind of knew.
Oh yeah,
and so it would be like just like shaking and be like, so team night, it was just like this tournament where
I'm not gonna say how many guys were there, but there were 5 teams. Teams of 2, and there were 5 of them. 10 willing participant idiots later, and a few drinks. We had a game.
I'm not gonna say for people to try this at home. I obviously can't.
No.
Yeah, don't
do it.
Don't.
If you ever want kids, don't do the game.
Don't do the game. But we had like a winner's bracket and a loser's bracket. We went way too far for this.
The worst was the losers had to snort awful things.
Oh yeah.
Like hot sauce.
And vodka.
And whiskey and beer and Sprite and hot sauce and hot sauce.
Yeah.
That sucked.
Yeah. Hot sauce is worse.
Yeah. That was the worst one. Everyone thought vodka was going to be it. Nah, it's hot sauce.
It was hot sauce.
Don't snort hot sauce. It's not fun.
It's not fun.
So we played one night. It was only like 4 or 5 of us, and we were.
It's funny that we had multiple nights.
Yeah, I don't like that there was more than one time we did this. And it came down to the wire of me and Nathan. Everyone had clocked out, and Nathan and I are just going in, and we're both so nervous that we're just missing every single shot. And so finally, we had gotten to the egg. And the egg was normally like, this is normally where someone won. And if you don't win, you go to the medicine ball. And the medicine ball was normally someone was like, you know what, you can have the win.
You can have it, yeah.
And we're on the egg, and we are just pelting this thing across the floor. I mean, we are sliding this as hard as we can.
Yeah, getting hit on your inner thigh with that,
sucked.
It hurt.
Yeah, I had bruises on my inner thighs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hard to explain to my girlfriend. What's that? Don't worry about it.
Hung out with Nick.
Hung out with Nick and the boys. You know how it goes. And so, freaking, it's Nathan and I. We're just going in. It's brutal. It's scary. It's getting dark. And he clocked me once real good, and I thought that was it. I thought that I was down for the count, and I chugged a beer and realized I wasn't down for the count, and I was a champion. And I reared back, and I hit him so hard in the bobble sack that he... Do you remember? He, like, leaned over and puked.
Yeah, he was messed up from that.
I won. I won the battle, okay? I won the war,
You won the war.
And then he was trying to be, no, it doesn't matter. You went too hard. I'm not gonna snort anything. And then we all forced him to snort hot sauce. And my victory was solidified.
Yeah.
Yeah, good old ball Olympics.
We went balls to the wall.
Balls to glass egg. Balls to tennis balls.
Balls hitting my balls.
Yeah, just balls hitting my balls.
Yeah, that...
I'm not proud of that.
I can't believe we did that.
I can't believe that we did. I can't believe that if you got a few more beers than me, I'd probably be willing to do it again.
Not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie? I'm stupid enough to do it.
Yeah,
I'm stupid enough to do it.
again.
Yeah, 100%. I'd be like, yeah, it'll be funny.
Yeah.
Because I said it in the Young and Dumb podcast. Nothing's funnier than watching a guy get hit in the nuts.
Yeah.
It's funny every time.
It is.
We cried laughing when we played this game. We also just cried.
We also just cried.
Well, that's it. There you go, guys. There they are. The embarrassing story.
God.
From crazy girlfriends to drunk to Golden Corral dates to sex cults to hitting each other in the nuts. Those are the most embarrassing stories that we can say.
Yeah.
Because we had other ones that we wanted to say, and after reviewing them, we were told those are no-nos by each other. Certain things cannot be said because it's like, that's a little too far.
Yeah.
Because there are people who watch this.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, guys.
That's
Again,
it,
thank you for 50.
Thank you for 50.
This was awful. And since this was so awful, it's time for the outro.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm over the video, Nick.
We're done.
We're done. So, as always, don't you dare leave this video without liking it,
Commenting,
subscribing,
sharing,
caring,
clicking that bell icon so you get notified when we post.
and following us on Instagram. Which you can do right now, gosh darn it.
Gosh darn it.
Gosh darn it. If you're on the old YouTubes on your old computer, dear bud,
Oh my god, there, bud.
you're going to go to our banner on the bottom right. There's a little Instagram icon. If you click that, it opens the Instagram website, takes you right to our Instagram. Now, if you're on your phone or on your tablet, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the description button or the bio button, whatever's on your tablet. Depends on what YouTube app you got. I don't know. I don't have your phone. It's not my problem, nerd.
Nerd.
You're going to click it. It actually opens your Instagram app and takes you directly to our Instagram. All you got to do is click follow.
Oh,
And
wow.
my God, you're following it.
Jeez Louise.
Jeez Louise. Again, guys, thank you guys for 50.
Thank you.
This has been sick. We're having a lot of fun.
You guys are sexy.
Despite how terrifying this was a fun one.
This was fun.
And we will see you guys next time.
Podcast.